You're watching Nitish21. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Nitish back here with another video, and I know you guys have been waiting for an update on this car. This is Romel's, or also known as Alpha 37, his single turbo built motor G37 Coupe. So this car's target is going to be about 1,000 wheel horsepower, guys, and we're going to be making that on the Comp 6871 oilless turbo on the boosted performance single turbo kit. And we're here at Dyna Motorsports right now because they've done a lot of custom work on this car just to make sure it makes that power. This car has almost everything done to it, but he's still holding this beat ass stock G37 bumper. I don't know when he's gonna get rid of that. Hopefully soon. But yeah, it's got the T37 wheels on the mag blue. Look how nasty these look, guys. A perfect fitment right now, and he's rubbing a little bit in the back, but we're gonna take care of that very soon. Obviously the car's elevated right now, so you're seeing a little bit of wheel gap. It's on BC Racing coilovers, and it's got the top secret side skirts, carbon fiber hood and trunk, and we're gonna be putting a carbon fiber diffuser on the back as well in a bit. Inside, he's got full Brom seats, steering wheel's done, and gauges as well, fully built into the pillar pod over there, and a couple of switches as you can see over here. This is going to control some air vent fans that he has, some active fans underneath, which I'll show you guys in a bit. Tommy Kara shift knob, and also has the active exhaust setup. Wait till you guys see the exhaust setup underneath in just a moment. Inside the trunk here, we have an AEM meth kit, fully, like, very nicely set up actually, so you can still utilize the stock trunk space as well. All right, so we got the car up on the hoist right now, so let me show you guys what's going on underneath the car. So the main difference here now is that we're no longer running a filter on the turbo, it's just a mesh, and the actual pipes for the actual manifold are, we didn't end up going with a V-band on this one, but we ended up running a donut flange in there, so that will no longer leak. It's a much better seal, especially if you're shooting fat flames and shit, which is what we're gonna be doing with this. And we've rerouted certain wastegate lines to make it a lot better. And the main thing here is the exhaust system. So now it's a 4-inch right off of the turbo, and it actually has a dump setup. So when he's hitting full boost, it'll come out right through here, but then when he's cruising around, it'll go through that right there with the V-band with the main exhaust down there, and then that actually goes right into a 4-inch Verax muffler up here. And this is an active muffler. Check this thing out here. So it's controlled up in the center console. So when he wants, he can be completely quiet, and when he wants, it can be completely loud. So we may actually do something like this down the road on the G35, but if I do that, I have to ditch the Motordyne. But I don't really like the idea of a single setup on my G35, so what I would end up doing is probably running 2 of these at the back, so dual 3-inch Verax mufflers, and then 4-inch in the front. So we'll see about that one. Right now my main focus is the differential on the G35. So yeah, that's pretty much what it's like right now, and the clearance is perfect because it's actually like perfectly clear. It's not hanging down or anything. So that's kind of one thing I need to get going on my G35 as well. So yeah, let's see where we end up on Tune Day. What's going on, guys? So here to give you a quick update video on the G35 Coupe. I know a lot of you guys are probably wondering, hey, you know, it's springtime, where's the car, where's the G? I've been getting a lot of comments asking. So here's a quick update. We're at Dyna Motorsports right here right now, and the car's just getting a little bit of work done to freshen it up for the 2022 summer season. So let me just take you guys a little bit through it and what we're doing right now and how far along is it. So over here, once we look at inside of the car, everything's pretty much the same, except Tony has actually gone and redone a lot of my wiring. So like, I don't know if you guys remember, was there like a rat's nest at the bottom over here? ECU was lying down on the ground over there. It was a big mess. So now all the wiring has been completely cleaned up, so I can actually put my glove box back on. We got the meth controller over there with the PSI setting and everything, and the ECU, the link ECU is actually set up properly. The wiring's all running through, and now we even have this turbo timer installed. So this will actually allow the scavenge pump to run while the car is turned off, so that we can get cycled through all the hot oil and get it out of the turbo and back to the engine while the car is sitting. Other than that, everything else inside the car is basically staying the same. I had some issues with the fuel surge tank in the back. We were running into issues where like I was getting a short on the electrical part over here, and we were getting some leak. So that has now been cleaned up and taken care of. We no longer have that. I got a whole new stud set up over there. So other than that, we just gotta fill up some meth and it'll be ready. Now the next major thing is the actual exhaust setup over here. So as you know, this is the turbo over here, the 6870 Precision Gen 2, and we have the actual manifold, the turbo manifold over here. Now as you know, we've been having issues with the exhaust gasket, and let me show you what that looks like. So these are the flanges that I've been telling you guys about that have been leaking. You can see that every time we've just been blowing through these gaskets. No matter which gasket set I use, it just always blows. It's just too much boost for this kind of a flange setup. And that's because the OEM flanges use these kind of like little, they're supposed to be like a ring gasket that's supposed to sit in here, and it's just not there with the boosted performance setup. So a lot of people said go V-band. Although that was an option, my tuner Tony decided we can go a different route, and that is by actually making something called a donut gasket. And this is actually the second revision. We did one in the G37 Coupe that you guys saw, which held up pretty well, but he wanted to refine it and make it even better. So he's taken some measurements, and this is basically what it looks like. Take a look at this. So you can see that they're actually set up to look different on each side, because this side has a different flange, and then the headers that this connects to has a different flange. So this is actually going to seat right inside there, and then it's just going to need a little bit of machine work done to get it to sit properly. But once it's in there, it's not going to need an actual gasket anymore, because this will contain all that boost pressure right there. We may just have to add like a little bit of like a gasket sealer to complete it, but this is what's going to permanently seal our exhaust issue on the G35 over there. Next, we have the actual exhaust setup over here. And now, as you guys know, it starts off as a little bit of like a 3-inch setup, and it goes into a large 4-inch section with a flex pipe. And this flex pipe on the bottom, I can't show it to you right now, but on the bottom, it's completely destroyed. And that leak was also causing issues because it was having to feed exhaust air to this AFR sensor here, and that was causing misreadings because of the leak that's before the sensor. And this continues as a 4-inch section over here, and then opens up into dual 3s, at which point we have the actual last 2 segments of motor dyne that connect over here, and that's how I get the sound of the car that you guys have been hearing thus far. So what Tony's going to be doing for me here basically is going to be cutting this section off from about here and getting a new 4-inch flex pipe put in, as well as a completely new design section in the beginning, so that we can have more ground clearance, because right now this shit hangs way too low and it's actually just eating up itself completely underneath the car. So obviously I want to show you guys what's going on underneath the car as well, but right now the car is not on the hoist, so I'm going to come back another day and just continue this video when I arrive here the next day. And we're going to show you the underside of the car and show you the little bit of work that's going on already on the other side of the car. The diff is also out of the car right now, and we are getting a 3.5 final drive section put in, which is the factory final drive of the G35 Coupe. As most of you guys maybe already know, I had the 3.3 final drive in there right now. So that was actually creating longer gears, which is really nice, but I feel it's actually slowing the car down a little bit. So now we're gonna have what most of the other guys run. I think it's gonna actually improve the 60 to 130 considerably of the car. Just to show you guys here, we got Tony's black Supra and silver Supra. That one's like 1400 wheel, and this one's about 1000. That one's automatic, that one's manual. I have a video if you guys want to check out, and I'll leave in the description below of what it was like to ride in this car. That car, hopefully we can get a ride in soon. And that's like an 1100 wheel twin turbo Camry right there. Yeah, Tony's cars are pretty crazy. Hopefully this summer I can show you guys what they look like. And we also have my buddy John from Dim Sum over there, and hopefully I'm going to be able to do a series called Dim Sum's Garage, and you guys are going to get to see what some absolutely mental cars are this year. Other than that, the motor's still good in the car. So far everything's been set up quite nicely. There's only one thing I need to do in the motor, and that's connect this remote start wire here, and then we'll actually get that remote start even going back, which will be really nice to hear the startups from outside the car. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to check out my other videos of the G and AMG. I also drop videos of all kinds of other epic builds that you do not want to miss. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell with the notification so you know exactly when I drop a video. See you next time.